Wow, it's been a minute since I've done a sit down video. Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, hello. Excuse the angle. I'm trying to figure out like if I did want to do sit down videos, where in the house I would do them. Cause like, yeah, I could do it in the bedroom, but like it's the bedroom, and then like in this living room is so much space, but like because like we're not done, I don't really have like much. It's so much wall space or empty wall space, so I don't really know like where I would want things to go and things like. I just feel like this angle, hold up y'all. I don't know, is that better? I don't know. Is this too low? I feel like this is too low. I feel like I just literally put it up in the same area. Anyway, it don't matter. If you are new here, what I do usually on my channel is I do a yearly recap looking back at my post-grad life here in Chicago. So I am now, it's been 5 years since I've been in school, so I don't even think you can consider that post-grad anymore. I feel like after the first 2 or 3 years, it's like, you're grown, you're an adult, you're no longer attached to really, like, you're not really attached to school anymore. But we're still gonna make these videos because it's very, very helpful information, and I just like documenting like lessons that I've learned every single year. Because when I was 21, straight out of college, you know, you have all these like ideas and things in your head that you want to do, and then like you go through life and you see that life is a little different. It's a little different than what you expect. So yeah, I'm just here to kind of give my thoughts, and hopefully that this information helps someone out there. Any of you guys out there, like I feel like I am an educator, period. So like I just feel like doing like these educational like talks or like things like that, just like it's for like the education people on my channel. So anyway, the way that these videos are broken down is usually broken down in 4 categories. I talk about my apartment life, my work life, my relationship life, and then my new addition. And one of my past videos that I added was self-care things. So if you have missed any of the videos from this series, all of them will be linked in the cards and in the description box. So go check those out so you guys can see little baby Tasia 1 year post-grad up until now. It's just so funny. Like I was rewatching the like 4-year post-grad video, and I was just like, oh my God, like I look so young. I mean, I still look young, but it's just like, I was like so much younger a year ago, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of cool to see like the way that your brain works year after year, and like you literally just get wiser and wiser, and you just have all this advice based on your experiences, and I just feel like that's cool. So anyway, let me not start rambling. I do have notes like I did in my last video to keep me on track, because y'all know in my sit down videos, I will literally just continue to talk and talk and talk and rant and rant and rant. And we don't have to do that. We're being more concise as we get older, so we're gonna continue that, okay? Starting off in the first aspect of my life, apartment life. So as you guys know, you guys saw on my channel, I posted an empty apartment tour. I moved from where I was living before, and for the first time ever in life, I am living with a whole nother human being, okay? If you guys did not know, I mean, I don't really post it for real on my channel or my socials for real, but I am in a relationship, so this is the first time I've ever lived with like any other human besides like my family, of course. And I will say, like, I've definitely learned a lot, even though it's only been what, like 5 months I think now that we've been living together. But yeah, that'll be like a separate video. I don't think I'm gonna go like in depth of like living with people, but I just have some like some touch points that I want to kind of talk about of things that I've learned. So the obvious thing is that I'm living with another human being, and with that comes like splitting things or just like sharing things. I'm not gonna lie, the splitting and sharing of things has been so freaking amazing. Like, I've always been the person that was kind of hesitant to be around other people or live with other people, just because like I do things like a very particular way, a little crazy with it, but it's like I just like the things that I like, and I like things to be a certain way. You never think that you're gonna like actually like find someone that'll be able to match that, you know, not even necessarily match it, but just like compliment it or whatever. But I was fortunate enough to like be with someone that like likes to be clean and literally is like low-key almost as crazy about things as I am. So it's just funny. But anyway, I really love that. It's definitely taught me being comfortable with being in another space with someone. Like, that is like a lot in itself if you are used to being like always by yourself, like sharing that space. You know, you hear people saying like, oh, like I like my own space, I like my own space. Like, I loved my own space, you know, not necessarily giving it up, but like being able to like share it with someone takes a lot. So like I'm definitely a person, like, if you feel like you're not ready, don't do it. But like eventually I feel like everybody is gonna have that moment, whether it's like with a roommate or whatever. Learning how to live with someone and doing like that sharing aspect of life is just pretty cool. So yeah, I just thought I'd talk a little bit about that. You guys also know, so I talked a little bit about in my last video about location wise of where I would like to stay. As you guys know, I do now live back downtown. I lived downtown before in the South Loop area, and that was like one of my like favorite apartments, to be honest. I was really into like the modern looking apartments back then, and just like I wanted the experience of living downtown. Like I just always thought that was cool before it became like a social media thing. But yeah, like I've always like wanted that experience, like, oh, like what it feels like to live in like this really nice modern high-rise apartment downtown, you know, all the feels, all the vibes. And yeah, I wanted that. I was able to experience it and I loved it. Like I literally loved it. And here I am now back downtown, just in a different area of downtown. And I will say, I don't know, I think I like neighborhood life, but I also do kind of like the vibes of downtown. I think what I like about downtown is like how close you are to everything. Like everything is in walking distance, and because like I do not drive, I take CTA everywhere, so sometimes it's just easier just to be able to walk outside and walk to the places that you need to go to. And like I just like the convenience of that because I'm lazy, admittedly. I also like the neighborhood feel because it's like more quiet and it kind of fits like my personality a little bit better. Because you guys know I'm shy, I'm introvert, whatever you want to call it. So like just like being in a quieter space with like less people is just like kind of better for me. But I do kind of like the convenience of being downtown, so a little conflicted. But I will say I also talked a little bit about just like apartment style living, and I think I'm like, for sure, I said it in my last video, but like I am definitely the loft type vibe of apartments. That's what I want. That's what I want. And like I was like kind of like thinking about it at first, like I don't know, because you know, if you guys don't know, like usually lofts, from what I've seen so far, usually downtown, they usually cost a lot of money, and like sometimes they are in condo form versus like apartment style, so it's just like, you know, it's a lot more money involved. But I've come to the realization that like I deserve anything that I want, and that's what I want. So I do want to experience, and before I like want to have a house with my family, and because I don't know if I mentioned, like I feel like I don't want a house or buy a house until like I actually like settle down and have a family, husband and kids and all of that. I don't know, I just feel like a house is a lot of space for me, and I don't know, I just feel like a smaller space just makes sense. But as of now, like I do want to try like a loft style apartment or condo just to kind of like see what that looks like. I don't know, I think it's just like the exposed brick that gets me. It just looks so pretty, and like having like the bed area just be lofted above like all of the other like living room spaces and things like that. So I don't know, I'm just really excited to see what that looks like. So that will happen. But yeah, so far apartment life has been amazing. It's weird, it's so weird. Like everyone, like ever since like we moved in together, like everyone has been asking us kind of like oh, like how is it living together and this and that, and it's like every single time someone asks us, it's just like great. Like I really don't know. Like you always hear like those horror stories where like people move in together and then like everything goes wrong and all of that, but like literally when I say we've had zero problems living together, I don't know if it's because we were already kind of around each other pretty often, so like we knew how each other lived kind of already, and we knew that we complemented each other really, really well when it came to that. So I think that it was just like going in, we kind of already knew that it was not going to be any problems, but like actually living it and it actually not being any problems, it's like crazy. I mean, crazy good, of course, but yeah, I don't know. Look at me, I'm just getting all like, I'm so shy. Like I just like, I don't know, I'm just like in a really happy place, and to be able to do this and like actually enjoy it. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about apartments. So yeah, if I have any updates for you guys, catch me next year around this time, kind of see like what my thoughts about apartments or just living situations are a year from now. But as of now, we are good to go and it's great, okay? Next category is work life. So as you guys know, I started my new job a little over a year ago. This new job has taught me so many things. If you guys did not know, before I got this new job, I was working in a high school in Chicago as a college counselor. So I was, you know, doing a lot of teacher type work in a classroom or classroom based work for literally 4 years. It was the first job I got out of out of college, and I had been there until this new job. So this is only my second new job after college, and I will say it's definitely different. I've definitely learned a lot. Pretty much the switch was like from going into a classroom to going into like a nonprofit, low-key kind of corporate type work style, and it's very different. Like I will say that it's very different. One thing that I have learned over just this year in general is that your peace is always going to be more important than money. And now I will say, like, over this past year has been so challenging with just like the things that I've been doing, and like the workload is definitely different than what I'm used to. You have to always take care of yourself. Money is literally, it could be gone tomorrow. I understand, like, money, like, you literally need money every day just to make it to the day-to-day. Very aware of that. But sometimes you have to be like, look, I'm choosing me, and always will choose me every time. And so I've just learned that I just like tolerate a lot, or not even like tolerate, like I am very, very clear about my boundaries within the workspace that I didn't necessarily need to do before, that I now do have to do in this like new work or new role. It is interesting just to see, like, I don't know if it was like a confidence thing or whatever, but like once you know that you really are that girl, like you literally, like, nothing can stop you after that. So it's like you just literally, I just was noticing that I like literally was, and I will say, as an introvert and a shy person, it's hard to like kind of say no to things sometimes, but like I was just noticing how like upfront I was about things, like, nah, not doing that, no, because that's gonna take away from that, not doing that, and just being okay with that. Like sometimes it's like hard to do that as like a person that, like, I'm a person that like really, really loves to, like, I don't know, I have not a fear, but I don't like to disappoint people. So like I always like sometimes do the best for others. I always try to like make sure others are comfortable, and sometimes along the way, like I kind of like can make or like neglect myself sometimes. But yeah, that's just like I don't know, like I just have a new attitude about life. But yeah, always choose you, always choose you, always choose you. The money will always come after. Another thing that I notice is that sometimes you have to build the skills now to do what you want to do in the future. So like I know, like, the job that I am in, that I'm learning all these new skills and things like that, and like no matter if like I don't want to do them, or I think that something is like not fully thought out, or just like anything positive or negative, I always take it as like a learning lesson now, and just be like, hey, like you're doing this right now to literally, you're doing what you have to do now to be able to do what you need to do now to be able to do what you want to do later. Like the day-to-day does not matter, and I feel like a lot of us get stuck in like that day-to-day, and it's like, oh, I don't want to do this over and over again, or I just literally just don't want to do this. But like sometimes we have to like be like, you know what, I have to do this even though I don't want to. I have to do this because like later on I know that I want to do this. So for example, it's like I know that I'm very, very shy, and that I do not like being in big crowds, and I do not like going to like really, really big things. And sometimes at work it could like be kind of crazy going to like different events and stuff, and like having to talk to like, you know, a lot of group of people at once. Doing that will allow me to like really build my network to be able to, let's say I want to start a business, you know, in the future. I have all these contacts now that I'll be able to reach out to just for like that initial conversation. So it's just like sometimes you just have to do it, like literally just do it to build the life that you literally want. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but like it really is like a discipline that you just really have to like do it, you know. Another thing that I've learned as a young professional is that it is okay to do other things outside of your actual job. So as you guys know, I create content, and I will consider myself a content creator. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but if you guys have been following me like on my Instagram and TikTok, which are both in the description, please go follow, add me, all of that. The brand deals that have been coming in just like over this past 6 months. One, I want to say like I am like so grateful. Chill, like I'm trying to like, I'm like so grateful, one, to God, because I think I mentioned it on my channel, but like I really had like a reconnecting with God. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, but I had like a reawakening, or just like one of those like aha moments at the end of 2023. And like ever since then, like my mind and just like the way I do things just has been completely different, and it's really showing in my day-to-day. God has been blessing me, like really blessing me, and I make sure I always give my thanks, because like there are some days where I literally say I really do not know how I'm here right now, because man, God really been looking out for me and really has been blessing me. Y'all, I mean, I don't know if any of y'all already follow me on Instagram and TikTok, but like really showing out, watching my videos, that has literally like grown my platform so much. I've literally been getting brand deals from like, it's been crazy, y'all. Like I've gotten so many brand deals, like whether it's around like oral care, you know, for my TikTok videos blowing up around my oral care journey. Laundry, y'all, I do not have to buy laundry anything for at least a year. I have so much, like it's crazy. Like when you hear those stories about all those like content creators and influencers, all these people like saying like, oh, I have all this stuff from PR and this and that, and you sit there and watch those videos and be like, how do they have all of this stuff, just random stuff, and they didn't know they have it? I'm literally living and seeing how that can happen, because like I don't even have that like abundance yet. You know, y'all heard I said yet. It hasn't not there yet, but like what I do have, y'all, you literally sit there and you get all this stuff and it's like, oh my God, I'm so grateful, I'm thankful. And then it's like, but where is this stuff gonna go? Like literally, where is this stuff gonna go? Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I just really love that I have this thing that I'm able to do, that I have a passion for, and not feel like, oh, where I'm not working hard enough in my regular job because I'm taking out time to do something that I really love. Y'all have to have those like hobbies and passions and things that you do outside of work, because work is not your life. Work is work. And like that's another thing that I feel like was a mindset shift for me, was that I really started looking at work as work. You know, being a type of like person that has like, you know, was at the top of their class their entire life, and like having school be like kind of like their, I don't want to say personality, but like one of their defining factors. When I got into the like adulting world, school turned into work, you know, or work was now the new school. And so now it was like, well, now I have to be the best worker, and that's going to be like my new defining factor. But it's like, no, you are so much more than you're so much more than a student. You're so much more than an employee. Like you have so many other interests. Like you're not on a one track mind. Like you literally have so many different things that make you. So like it is okay to kind of touch upon those different interests, no matter what your job is. Yeah, it's just been so refreshing to be able to do the thing that I really love. And I've always been hesitant because like I do work in the education space, and like, you know, easily accessible social media is like, it's just certain things I think about, and I'm just like, you know what, it really doesn't matter. Like you do what you want. But yeah, y'all, so I don't know, I've just been thinking like overall, like working wise, like I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my interests are like kind of like starting to, not my interests are changing, but like my whole life have always said like I want to be in education. But like the more I've gotten older and older, I do love doing education, but I don't think like I could see myself literally being like a volunteer counselor or volunteer mentor, something like that, like doing education just as something to do in my like free time, because like I'm really good at it and I really enjoy doing it. And like my main like purpose of why I'm even in education in the first place is because I really do like shaping the youth. Being a teacher, and I used to joke with my students that I'm not a teacher, but like literally being a teacher, being an educator is one of the most important jobs in the world, because you are literally shaping the next generation. And I just feel like it's one of the coolest jobs to do too, just because like I feel like children are just so like precious, and like I don't know, I just feel like you can learn so much. You can learn so much from the youth, and just like as every single year the youth gets different and different, you just learn so much from them, and just like how they think, and like how they can like really alter and shift this world. And I feel like that is something that I'm always going to want to do till the day I die. But like I also just feel like my relationship with work, I'm almost at a point where like, and I know everybody jokes about this, but like I'm really almost at a point where it's like, yeah, I don't think I want to work. Like I do want to say like, yes, on the one hand I am lazy, but I'm not. But it's just that I don't know, like I feel like there's just so much more to life than working a 9 to 5. And I don't know, I feel like I've always known that, or like my brain has always touched upon that thought and like how I could expand that. I think I'm like really working towards like not having to clock in at a 9 to 5 every day. So when I figure that out, y'all will see for sure, because I will let y'all know and see the journey. And I'm not even saying that to say like I want to even be a content creator full time, because I don't think I want that either. Like I don't really see myself, you know, doing the whole going to events for real, and like I mean, I would love to go on a brain trip, that would be great, but like, I don't know, like I just kind of want to do, like, wake up and plan my day and it just be that, like whatever I want my day to be, while shaping the youth, while still spreading my knowledge, while still helping people, but not having to like do it in like a physical place. I don't know, we're thinking on it. Like I said, once we get it together, we'll have it together. The light is shifting, so I need to hurry up, and we're low-key already at 20, let me stop lying. It says 27 minutes and 59 seconds, so 28 minutes now. And we still have 2 more categories to go, but it's okay. I'm sure I cut down a lot of this video because I'm not gonna lie, my editing has been getting better. I hope y'all been noticing. Let's go to the next category. Relationships, everyone loves that. I kind of touched on relationships, or like my romantic relationship, a lot in the apartment life, so I guess I won't really repeat any of that. But I did just want to talk about relationships in general, and not necessarily specific to romantic ones, but just like literally overall, including platonic ones. It's hard making new friends. You go your entire life, you know, the people that you're usually friends with are the people that you are in the vicinity with, so whether it's in a neighborhood, a school, job, things like that. But like once you are out of school and you're shy and you're an introvert, who are you meeting? Literally, who are you meeting? And like, not to even mention, like my first, like when I graduated college, COVID hit, so like I didn't even get to like really experience the full like, oh, I'm done with school type of experience. Which, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna even talk about that specifically, but like the pandemic really shifted the way just society is, and everybody knows that now. But like socially, especially, and as like a very shy person, introvert, it's hard. It's hard. I've definitely tried to do the like put yourself out there, go to events, go. Y'all, I done talked my camera to death and it cut off. I didn't even know it did that. So you can only record 30 minutes at a time, I guess, or like, let me hurry up. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I think I was speaking about like how hard it is to make friends. I've probably made, after graduating college, like actual friends, actual new friends out of college, 1. Like, and I'm like so grateful for like all of my best friends that I've had literally my entire life. Like those people are never going anywhere. Like those are my family. I don't know, I feel like as you get older, you like notice different parts of yourself. Not all of my friends, 1, live in Chicago, and then 2, it's just like different. Like when you've known someone for a really, really long time and like they already know and they know and grow to know everything about you, versus like meeting someone that never knew you ever and they just like meet you boom as you are now, versus like a younger version of yourself. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. Like I'm definitely putting myself out there a little bit more and saying yes to more things, but it is definitely still like a struggle. I will say it's a struggle, y'all. For any of my other shy or introverted people out there, like let me know, how do y'all be making new friends? Like let me know, because I be wanting some new friends, you know. I be wanting some new friends just to like kind of, I don't know, I've always been a person that had like a very diverse group of friends, so like I've always had friends and like into different things. And yeah, I just kind of want to continue to grow my friend group. Not friend group, because I do not have a friend group. Have different, more people to kind of talk with within like my smaller circle. And the final thing that I want to talk about, relationships, and one of the things that I feel like also just has like a really big impact on just like how I navigate relationships in general, no matter what they are, is being a first or the oldest daughter. Everybody has those jokes about the firstborn. Very different for us eldest daughters. That is literally a whole entire video by itself, and that's not the purpose of this point. My main reason is that like one thing that I've noticed about myself, like as I was growing up, I always labeled myself as a tomboy, or just like not really a girly girl and not really caring for girly things, which will make sense because like I'm literally the only girl out of 5. Literally, that's just been like what I'm used to. So like the girly side of me, I didn't really get to like nurture for real until like I got college, maybe like literally COVID. Like I don't know, like I've definitely just been working on my femininity. You guys have heard me use the word feminine a little bit more in my videos. And I'm not saying feminine like being like feminine as a girl. I'm just mean like literally feminine as like being like living and wanting and deserving like the softer life. Me raised as the eldest daughter, everyone knows responsibilities come with that. And so I've always had to be like the older one, the stronger one, the protector, know all of those things that comes with that. And so sometimes, not even sometimes, no, like as you get older, you're used to being that all the time. And so you don't know how to be soft. You don't know how to like let people do for you, and you don't know how to sit back and just literally relax, chill. You don't know how to do that. And so I, was like that, like I am used to being the boss, being, I am still a boss, okay, but just like not really knowing how to navigate, just like being. Now I will say I am very, very blessed that like my man, I'm spoiled but not spoiled at the same time. And I think that has definitely helped me with understanding the difference. And not to say like, oh, and this is me as a heterosexual woman, but like, oh, like a man has certain roles and a woman has certain roles. I was raised in a household where like men are supposed to do certain things and women are supposed to do certain things. And like the more and more I got older, being able to be vulnerable and letting someone do things for you is very, very hard. But I am here to say that like it is like one of the best things that I literally have done. I am not diagnosed at all, but like I definitely feel like I have had like anxiety my entire life, just like from society in general, and just like the pressures that come with being like the best. So like I literally did not know how to not do that, and how to like have control over things. And so like now being able to like give up that control, or just being able to like not have to worry about things, and my mind be able to like literally rest, y'all, it's amazing. It's literally amazing. It's funny because like as growing up, like me and my friends would always be, make fun of like the like stereotypical like, oh, like the ditzy girl, if you want to call it that. But like, y'all, it's really not about being ditzy. It's really like just being like, I'm just a girl, and like, wait, let me be clear. Not like, oh, I'm just a girl and I don't know how to do anything, but like, oh, I'm literally just a girl, and just being a girl, and it's okay being a girl, however you define being a girl. But I define it as like letting a man be a man, and me being a woman, and not having to like think or worry about the things that I shouldn't have to. I've just been very, very grateful to live my quote unquote soft life. It's great over here, y'all. Y'all just don't, man. Or maybe some of y'all do. I don't know if any of y'all are in relationships and it's just like you're just noticing that, this one is a good one. All right, and lastly, the last category. Let me hurry up, y'all, because I'm like literally been talking forever. This is probably the longest talking video, and I'm gonna be so annoyed going through this footage. Last category is self-care. One of the biggest things that I can say is that discipline always has to be stronger than that motivation. Now I will say everybody talks about like the struggle between discipline and motivation, but like you cannot act on motivation, because motivation is so temporary. Like you're only going to get them in spurts. Discipline is literally a way of life. So it's like, you know what, I'm going to go to work today because I have to go to work today. Not oh, I don't feel like it today, so I'm not going to go. You literally just got to do it. What did I say? You have to build the skills now to do what you want to do in the future. Same here. You have to be disciplined in everything that you do. Otherwise, you will literally never get anything done, like ever. Because motivation is so fleeting. Like it's nothing. It's nothing. So like always lean on discipline, and it's a struggle. Like it definitely takes a while to build up. Like for one thing for me is like I started going to the gym. Like I got a gym membership at the top of the year, and like I was going so consistently at first. Like I am still going to the gym consistently, but like there have been times where I would literally take 2 weeks off and just be like, yeah, because I wasn't feeling it, or just to miss a day because like, oh, I'm not feeling it. And like it's definitely okay to miss a day. It's definitely okay to miss a week. Like you're not gonna lose all your progress, but it's just definitely been times where it's like, dang, like I definitely would have felt so much better if I went. So yeah, just always try to lean on discipline as much as you can, because that is what's going to get you through life. Another thing that I've been doing more is just loving on my inner self or inner child. Y'all have to heal those inner children within you, and not necessarily heal them, y'all, like nothing like traumatic, but just like literally like everybody, like I've literally been saying for a very, very long time that adults are literally just children with responsibilities now. So you're always a child. You're always going to be somebody's child. So it's okay to be childish. Not like childish in like a negative way, but it's okay to like do childlike things, you know? Like one of the things that I did this year was go see Inside Out 2 on my birthday weekend, and it was like so fulfilling, just doing things that I know that I love to do as a child. Keeping up with my YouTube, I've literally had this channel and been doing this since I was a child. Doing dance videos, things like that, random listening to music, like everything that I used to love to do as a child, I make sure to still nurture that now, because like your inner child doesn't go away. Like it stays in you your entire life. You just get older, you know? And little you just literally experiencing life. Like, oh wow, like remember when we used to do this back then? Like, so it definitely nurture your inner you. You'll definitely be more happy and just more fulfilled, for sure. This may be self-explanatory, but please make time for yourself. I don't know, I feel like when you're in your 20s, there's always something to do. Coming from an introvert, but no, like there literally still is always something to do, and like you don't want to like feel like you're missing out on anything, and you're just like literally like picking up on so many things at this age. But one thing that they do not tell you is that you need to learn how to like be by yourself, be alone, have fun with yourself, take care of yourself, love on you. And like I said, you always hear people say, yeah, you gotta love yourself first and blah, blah, blah. But no, they don't really be talking about what they need to be talking about. Like you really do have to put yourself first, literally. One of the things that I do is that Sundays are a do not ask me to do nothing day. Like Sundays are my day, unless I'm like on a trip or something that's like on a weekend, that's different. Sundays are my me days. That is the days that I reset, reflect, edit my videos. Yeah, like Sunday is my day, and like all of my friends know if there are plans to be made, they need to be Monday through Saturday. Like it's just like sometimes you really just have to like have the boundaries to really take time for yourself. Like if I want to sit and do my devotional and journal and do all of that happens on Sunday. Just always make sure you are carving out time for you, because if you are not okay. And like the final points, I'll kind of combine them just because like I said, I'm trying to hurry up. I've literally been talking so long, y'all. Last thing, take your time. It is okay to take your time, figure out what you like, and explore. One of the things that I mentioned was that like our apartment is literally not done. See, old Tasia would have had this apartment decorated within a month, bought all the things at once, all of that. I've been adding stuff to the cart. Oh yeah, this looks cute. But now I've been letting stuff sit and marinate for me to think on it, reflect on it. Do I actually really want this? Or did I just like it when it crossed my eyes? I've literally been doing that with so much more things. Not even just like with buying things. I've literally just been sitting with more stuff and experiencing more stuff before like making decisions in general. And yeah, it's just been really refreshing, for sure. That leads me to like, you'll literally figure it out. Like we really thought that adults were grown by 21, and that's not true. Like that's not true at all. Like I am literally 27 and do not know what I am doing, literally. And people are like literally talking about like, oh, like 30's around the corner, this and that. I'm ready for 30. I'm ready to see what these next 3 years bring. I'm ready to see what 30 plus brings. Like I'm literally just like so excited to be here and experience life and everything that comes with it, the good and the bad, because it's gonna work out. Like everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out, and I'll literally figure it out on the way. Like it's okay, we're not perfect. We were never meant to be perfect. We were literally meant to figure it out. The journey is always going to be better. What they say, the journey is always better than the destination. Okay, what's going to be the theme of this video? It's probably going to be whatever the title is. I did write some like potential themes, but I think like the one thing that I noticed stood out across the board was that time flies when you're having fun, and I'm having fun, y'all. I'm like for real enjoying life. Like I'm for real enjoying life. Like it's crazy. Like don't get me wrong, like life is not perfect. Don't get me wrong, I definitely still have bad days, but I literally just find myself just sometimes just sitting there smiling and just literally will randomly say, thank you, God. Like it's crazy. Like life has just been so good, so grateful, so blessed. So I guess that'll bring us to the end of the video. It is literally dark Well, it's not dark, it's just darker than it was earlier because it was much earlier. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, share it with all your friends, and of course subscribe. If you guys want me to do like more sit down videos, let me know what you guys would be interested in down below. I literally can talk about so many things, share just like my thoughts. I don't know, I just feel like this was a really good brain dump. All right, y'all, I'll see you on my next one. Bye.